live stream video, and I know most of you know what my favorite is, but we are going to go through these. Live stream video is here to stay, and that's why you guys have a bonus, a masterclass bonus, not just like a 1 hour, but we're going to do a long deep dive into live stream video and why it's so important for your engagement marketing and how to use it in your full accelerator funnel that we're building out with you. Here's what we're looking for. Ease of use, again, the user interface. Some are easier to use than others. Some there's a learning curve with it, and we want to make sure that we know how to use it before we go out in public. Others, it's like you just go out and use it. But we do like the easy user interface. We also look for face-to-face capabilities, true synchronous interaction. So if you were at our Stop Building a List, Start Building Relationships webcast, then you know that we really promote synchronous interaction, face-to-face interaction, not not one to many, but like one-on-one capabilities. We love it. We also want to look for social sharing. Like, is it easy to share your live stream video in the moment to your Facebook followers or your Twitter followers, or whoever? Can you record the live stream video, and is it easy and is it free to record? What is the reach potential of the particular live stream video platform? Meaning, do you have to build an audience, or is there a built-in audience already there? That's something to consider, and actually something that has been changing drastically over the last, not even year, the last 10 months. It's been amazing. Also, analytics. Is it possible to see how many people came to your hangout or your Blab, and how many people engaged in it? The analytics, I will say, as of now, in terms of live stream video, I don't think are super solid. Like in general, across all the platforms, you can sort of see, oh, this is how many people are watching right now, but you can't tell how many people stayed for how long unless you're using a wrapper, which is what we'll talk about in a little bit. But all of these are what we're looking for in terms of our live stream video. So let me be clear as well what I mean when I say live stream video. When I say live stream video, it means that it's being publicly broadcast, that as soon as you hit a button, it's broadcast to the public or to a select group of people that you've already predetermined are going to come. It's happening in real time, right? It's not pre-recorded. I think you all get that piece. All right, so Kim, I'll go ahead and talk about the first one, and then I'll let you talk about the second one. Does that sound good? Okay, cool. So Google Hangouts is our favorite. We use it all the time, and it's sort of this staple one, right? Google Hangouts was the first free live stream video option that was out there, that you could have a public broadcast out there. Now there's a whole bunch of options that we'll be talking about later. But here's why we like Google Hangouts. Number one, it's free. Number two, and this is a big one, like put a star by this one, this is so important, is that you actually have an option for public, private, or unlisted. Like, do you want your live broadcast to go out to the entire world to see? Do you really want every single person in the world to be able to see what it is that you're broadcasting? Or Do you want it only live streamed to a certain select group of people, or do you want to make it completely unlisted, which means that it's still public and anybody could watch it, but they can only watch it if they have the direct link to it? Okay, so that's something that no other platform is doing yet, besides Google Hangouts. I'm sure that's going to change, but for right now, that hasn't changed. We're looking at Google Hangouts was the first to record and upload directly to your YouTube channel. That's a big plus because that just takes some steps out of it, while other platforms, yes, they will record. They might not record in high definition, and if some of them do record in high definition, there's like a 2-step or a 3-step process of download, upload somewhere else, and then upload to YouTube. Google Hangouts is integrated with YouTube, so it automatically gets uploaded directly to your channel. You have 10 face-to-face seats, which you are all aware of because you've all partaken in that capacity. So that means it's synchronous. You can have face-to-face interaction. I love that you can screen share with Google Hangouts. You can't do that in most of the other free, big, popular platforms these days. And then you can broadcast it as a show. I mean, you can do whatever you want with Google Hangouts. It can be a show, it can be private classes, it can be a private bonus like we're doing right now. You can do one-on-one with clients. And that really ties into the public, private, or unlisted option that you have. The downside, I would say, of Google Hangouts is that you really do need to have a good promotional strategy in place. But the good news is that your bonus, using live stream video, in the masterclass, we're going to be going over that piece, and it's actually, that piece is a part of this entire program, the building out the get noticed part. So the good news is that you will have that piece in place for yourself by the end of our time together. So Kim,
yeah, I want to just add one more thing that I think for me is actually the downside to Hangouts, even more than needing a good promotion strategy, because I think you need that regardless, is that the technology requires that you have a good internet connection or wireless internet connection. So some of you are asking about Zoom. Zoom does have a better algorithm, or whatever you call it, the programming, in order to optimize the visuals of what you're seeing, the video, while it's streaming. So it is better at that, but Zoom isn't integrated with all of the wrappers that we're going to talk about next, which is why Google Hangouts, in our minds, still wins over, because you can deliver up a Google Hangout, or it's actually YouTube video, streaming video, in so many different ways, where Zoom is just invite only, and it's very limited to that. So people can't just happen upon it, find it, or easily access it unless they're invited.
Right, and also Zoom costs quite a bit. It's limited, and with a Google Hangout, you can broadcast for up to 8 hours. With Zoom, there's a free version, but you only have 45 minutes in that free version. Otherwise, you have to pay, and it is quite expensive. So that's another reason why. And we're sort of snobs when it comes to the output of video, and Zoom does not output in HD. So when it'll output HD for slides, but since we're big face-to-face people, the actual video of, even when you're using a really nice camera like a Logitech HD, it's not going to output in HD. Okay, I'm going to let you move on to the next one.
So the next platform that just really broke out last year is Blab. Blab is integrated with Twitter. So you need a Twitter account in order to do a Blab. And I call Blab lovingly the wild, wild west of live stream video. I find that it's in beta right now, and you can just go to blab.im. And I think it would be great for all of you to just go experience all of these different, just experience the platform and see what all these different people are doing. Anybody with a Twitter account can create a Blab. Blabs can go on, I don't even know if there's a limitation in time, but I've seen them going for a couple of hours. Up to 4 people can be in the video. Now, this is just only public broadcast, so there's no way to block it off or have invitation only. What's interesting about that, as Lisa said here, is you're casting a net far and wide, right? So you're just open. It's just like this open space. Anybody can come in. You don't know who they are. We've had like DJs from Morocco and Mexico City like coming in and videoing. They're driving in their car and they're like videoing with us, and we're kind of like, okay, you're probably not an ideal client.
Let's say that at the end of we did 2 Blabs, and both times it was like different DJs from a different part of the world. And Kim says to me, okay, I'm sick of getting the DJs coming into our seats. How can we change it? It was really funny because it's true. You're just casting the net far and wide, and they're like, you 2 are good-looking girls. Like, okay, come on, that's not what we want. We don't want that.
So you learn very quickly. You can block people, and it's just another level of moderation that you need to keep in mind, right? There's going to be looky-loos. There's going to be people trolling, and so you'll need to, if people are writing nasty comments or whatever, block them. You have to get really good at blocking. There's 4 face-to-face seats, so it's like 4 squares, and 4 people can be on talking live. You can also drop people off. If somebody comes on your video and they're being inappropriate or whatever, you can just drop them off. And it's kind of weird to get used to in the beginning because I think we're so used to like this, shared safe space that we all create together. And that's why I call it the Wild Wild West. What's great about it is you do cast your net far and wide. And I've done Blabs where my ideal clients do show up. And it's like, wow, this amazing person, and they're an author in this space, and we ended up connecting and having this great conversation about referring each other. And so that does happen too. There are a lot of great people doing, really strong work of integrity in Blab too. Some cool things about it is you do have a desktop and mobile version. So, I've had people, like we said, the guy was in his car with his iPhone chatting with us. So that's kind of neat. It also has social share buttons. So as soon as you get on the Blab, you say, hey, click the Twitter button and the Facebook button and share this with your friends right now. And there's an interactive chat similar to what we have going on here in Webinar Jam right now. So that is, that's kind of the Blab deal. So go check it out.
Yeah, check out the Blab. And the next one that we're going to talk about is Periscope. And Periscope is, I've only used it a couple times, and I know that even some of you here have used Periscope more than I have. But I will tell you, I want to tell you first the reason why I haven't used Periscope much and haven't been super interested in it. And then I'll tell you why I think it's still worth exploring. I haven't used Periscope much for a couple of reasons. One, it's mobile only, and I'm always at my desktop. And while I can put my my iPhone into a tripod and go off of that, there's something for me that's really missing in that face-to-face piece. I mean, I know people can comment and people can give you the hearts and all of that. And so that's been the only drawback for me on Periscope, because I used Google Hangouts for so long that I got used to the face-to-face, and I sort of got addicted to the face-to-face piece and just really enjoyed that. So that was always the drawback on Periscope. Now, that being said, I think that Periscope, well, we already know that it's the largest, fastest growing live stream video platform out there. So that alone is enough information to go and investigate it. As of August, there were already over 10 million users on it. So it's well past August. I was doing some research before us doing this bonus for you, and I couldn't find any new updated numbers, but that was the number I found back in, actually I think it was October, not August. So there is, again, a lot of opportunity. If you have strategy, you can use it. I think that Periscope is really a great opportunity if you want to show someone sort of, if you're building your brand and you want to show someone sort of behind the scenes. This is what we're doing behind the scenes. I know that people who have products and want to demo a product will use Periscope, connect out to their audience, and do customer service types of things with Periscopes. So I think that that Periscope is something that we should be investigated, just and at least try it out and see if you like it. It does have that recording ability. It's public only, so you can't do the private and unlisted. It is integrated with social media, which is awesome. And there was another thing. Kim, do you have any? There was something else I was going to say about Periscope.
I think it's also really great if you have an offer in which demonstrating what you do is important. So like exercising, here's an activity, right? Here's a move, like you need to see me doing it. One. I think is really good. And also like just to put in your marketing mix some really informal, like, hey, like lifestyle branding stuff, you know, like, hey, here I am at this location and I'm doing this and I'm, you know, something that really, I think it's definitely lends itself to that more just very casual, personal type of brand, if that's what you have.
That's really good point. The last one, which is brand new, is Facebook Live. And so it's only available for iOS users right now. So if you have an iPhone, I've looked and it's still not available on my iPhone. Dana in our group, she got it. I'm lucky Dana. So this is going to be big, you guys. I think this is going to be really big. There's so much potential for Facebook Live. I think it's probably going to overshadow Periscope and Blab and Meerkat, and at some point might even overshadow Google Hangouts for the way that it can be used. What's cool about Facebook Live is that, so say you guys are all subscribed to Wake Up and Change the World, to our page. So anytime, because you're subscribed to our page, anytime Kim or I decides to do a Facebook Live live stream video, you'll get a notification that we're doing a video. And so that means that you don't have to build a new audience. If you're already doing building a following in Facebook and building your brand in Facebook, you can leverage that now with their Facebook Live video. I think that's a deal breaker right there, because all of these other platforms, you have to build a new audience. In Facebook, you already have the audience there. And there's this potential to create an immersive experience because it's within the ecosystem of Facebook. You already have, say you're someone who's really leveraging Facebook and you have a group, like we have the Evolutionary Business Accelerator page, and then we have the Wake Up and Change the World page, and then we have our Facebook Live videos going. Our tribe, our loyal fans and customers will now have an immersive, we have the ability, the opportunity to create an immersive experience for our clients and prospects. So again, Facebook Live is totally new. I haven't used it yet, but as soon as I get that little thing on my phone, you better believe I'm going to be out there trying it out and using it. It's very, very big. Kim, I don't know if you have any input on that, but I'm looking forward to using it.
Me too, Lisa.